You got to be a little bit scared of City. 3-1 again is Bournemouth at home on Erling Haaland on the score sheet again. Ryan Shirky, absolute bowler today. We'll talk about the game or analyze the game because Pep Guardiola is changing the way he plays football, the way he approaches games, which is makes them a very dangerous team in the Premier League. Of course, they are second on the table. Now we'll talk about that. We'll talk about their chances of actually challenging for this title, of course. But before we go on, make sure to like the video. If you are here for the first time, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Like the video if you're here. Your like goes a long way. It helps this video. It helps this channel go to the next viewer. So the like button looks like thumbs up underneath the video. And also comment below when I'm going to ask you some questions during the video about the performance, about the Premier League, about the table, about everything that is happening currently. And I want to hear from you in the comment section because all the comments actually make so much difference in the channel and go into the next video. And let's start right away by saying something. Erling Haaland, arguably now, is the best striker in the world in terms of like finishing and movement now. He's just a pure number 9. You give him the ball in front of the goal and he will not miss. Of course, I'm going to give credit to Ryan Shirky in this game, of course, because he was absolutely a bowler. He assisted Haaland for his 2 goals, of course. And Ryan Shirky played a role that is a little bit different than what we thought he would be playing. He's playing not as a right winger and not as a 10, but someone who's floating everywhere on the pitch. And that gives him freedom, and that gives him, and Pep Guardiola gives him the freedom to roam around the in the opposition's half, but also in the same time he contributes defensively. I'm gonna start by Ryan Shirky for a couple of reasons. The reason why I want to start by him, because I think he's the one that made the difference today on and off the ball. Couple of things that you notice about Ryan Shirky, and I want to ask you this. I know that Erling Haaland won man of the match, but I thought in terms of a performance overall, I thought Ryan Shirky was flawless. Was absolutely ridiculous and amazing. A lot of people compared him to Wirtz because Man City were in for Wirtz, and then when they missed out on Wirtz, they went for Ryan Shirky for like third of the price. Value for money, Ryan Shirky now we're seeing him play. He's absolutely amazing. As a bowler on the ball, he doesn't lose the ball often. He dribbles with ease. He passes with ease. The intricate passes between him and Phil Foden, which is going to give a shout to Phil Foden today, because even though Phil Foden got an assist for the Nico O'Reilly goal, we'll speak about Nico O'Reilly, Phil Foden, I thought, was the engine in the middle. He was everywhere as well. He was on the left, he was on the right. So Phil Foden today, even though he didn't score a goal and he had an assist that Nico O'Reilly did the most, I thought that Phil Foden had a brilliant game. But back to Ryan Shirky. The way this guy plays football, it's not Kevin De Bruyne, it's not Phil Foden. It is kind of similar to what David Silva used to do. Every time he gets the ball, you know that something is going to happen. And that is what Pep Guardiola is missing after Kevin De Bruyne. Someone that looks to play that threat pass that make the danger happen. His switches, his passes behind the defense were absolutely fantastic. We're going to talk about what Man City mean for the league now, because if you look at the Premier League table, they are second, 6 points only behind Arsenal, and they still have to play Arsenal at the Etihad in the second half of the season. But for Ryan Shirky, I'm going to give him a 10 out of 10 today. Yes, a couple of times he tried to dribble and lost the ball, but that is not a problem because when he dribbles way far in the opposition's area or the opposition's half that it's not affecting Manchester City. That header he played for Erling Haaland, the vision was absolutely immense and ridiculous. And this is why I'm highlighting. He's absolute bowler on the ball, of course. And I think he should be a starter every game for Manchester City, without a shadow of a doubt in my mind. This guy, if you watch him play, he is the key for every defense for the opposition. I know that Bournemouth played the high line, which was stupid. Idiotic by Iraola. He's arrogant, and he played against Man City by high line. But that is by design. And the reason why that is by design, because Pep Guardiola is changing the way he plays. Pep Guardiola, when they lose the ball, they don't press the opposition from the get-go. They let them pass the ball. They let them come out to their half, and he hits them on the counter-attack in transition. Counter-transition, one of the two. When they dispossess the opposition, they absolutely push couple of players forward and they push Foden, they push Doku, they push Haaland, they push Shirky, and they hit them on the transition. And if you have Erling Haaland, he's the best because in spaces, he's unbeatable. You cannot beat Erling Haaland in the spaces because he's quicker, he uses his body very well. His touch is actually getting much, much better. 26 goals for Erling Haaland for club and country, 13 Premier League goals, leading by a canter in this league, of course. And that is what is keeping Manchester City dangerous. So I titled this video that scared of Man City. I'm not. You should be scared of Manchester City because I'm going to repeat that again. If you're watching the Premier League now and you're looking at the Premier League table, as long as Man City are within touching distance from the top, they play Liverpool the next game. Come the second half of the season, you know that Pep Guardiola is going to find a way to stay in the race, to actually put pressure on whoever is leading the title. He did it with Arsenal a couple of years ago. He did it with Liverpool back when Liverpool were leading and he snatched the league. At the end, you know that Pep Guardiola is a genius. Look at this table. It's Arsenal, then City, then Liverpool. I think Liverpool are 7 points behind. And because Liverpool are going to City the next game, I think maybe City will win that game because they're at home, and I got to keep it consistent. When you are a big team, you're playing at home, especially in the home form that City are having right now. Remember, City are probably second behind Arsenal in the 2025 table. They don't lose games at home. Yes, they lost to Spurs. Spurs are the bogey team, but they recovered after this, of course. And you look at City, and I'm going to see like a team that is changing the way they play. This team is absolutely, they are very solid defensively, which is not a lot of people talk about that. They conceded 8 goals against them, yes. But also you got to remember that Pep Guardiola is actually utilizing his defensive players right. They're very compact. They drop deep. Again, I want to hear what you guys think. Is Pep Guardiola copying Mikel Arteta about the defensive structure? They conceded it from a corner, which is Donnarumma should have done better. But if you look at how Man City defend, they don't give spaces to the opposition. Structurally, they are super, super good, actually, in the defensive side. And I genuinely believe that that is the way to go in modern football because the oppositions, most of the teams, they have quick players. Most of the teams, they actually play very good on the counter-attack. And Pep is learning. There is no shame in a coach that is learning how to adapt to the new ways of playing. This is why you will see Man City. You'll see Bernardo recovering. You see Foden recovering. Shirky, even Erling Haaland recovers to be in his half, which is something that we have not seen previously from Pep Guardiola. Erling Haaland contribute defensively to the City team, something that is different from what we have seen before by this Manchester City. I'm going to give a shout as well to Nico O'Reilly. Why I'm giving a shout to Nico O'Reilly? Because I genuinely believe he's one of the best left backs in the league. If you want to say Calafiori is the best left back in the league, currently Kukurea, but Nico O'Reilly with a shout to be one of the best left backs in the league. His contribution offensively is solid, absolutely fantastic. What a goal he has taken today. We got to give a shout to him. And also defensively, the guy is under the radar, super, super solid. He's young and he's learning the game and he's improving. Imagine if this guy improves and makes this position completely his. I know they have Ait Nouri, who cannot get a sniff currently because of how good Nico O'Reilly is. Every time I'm watching this kid, his touches are amazing. I think his left foot in the crosses, he created a big chance for Haaland today, and his crosses are amazing. He had an assist for Haaland the other day, a couple of games ago. And I think that defensively, he is part of that left side that actually very solid with him and Gavardiol. This is why I want to give him a shout, because he's young and Pep Guardiola is using him to the extreme. He continues to move forward. He continues to actually make runs. He's so quick. That's what gives him the extra steps ahead of the defenders. So for City, if you're an Arsenal or Liverpool, I want to ask you a question. Are you worried about City in this title race? If you're an Arsenal, I know that Arsenal are winning a lot of games. Are you worried about City going to be close to the top and actually go on a run in the second half of the season? That is what I want to know from you, because it's very important for this league title. If we have a 2-horse race, if we have a 3-horse race, it will make a difference. It will be entertaining, of course. Are you scared of City? That is what I want to know from you guys. Let me know who's your man of the match. I know some people will pick Haaland, but I'll pick Shirky. That is just my pick. Of course, hit that like button, guys. if you are here. And make sure to check out OK Jersey. It's our sponsor, affordable football shirts. Don't forget to use the code JUDGE because it gives you 8% discount. Very affordable ones, high quality ones as well. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let me know in the comment section what you guys think of this analysis of the Man City versus Bournemouth game.